I feel like I gotta really deliver somebody like at that level, somebody really amazing like that. I had to eat and call Celine. Oh yes, Celine Dion. Married to René Angélil, who is gambling away her millions right now. All right, so anyway, now, you know, I don't really know her, right? Like, I've met her a couple of times, but believe me, she's not my cell phone or anything. And so I made a bunch of calls, and I found out that Mark Steinis from Entertainment Tonight was going to Vegas at that moment to interview Celine and Ronnie, and he was going to interview them watching the telethon, because Celine had, like, freaked out on Larry King, right? So I called Mark Steinis, and I said, Steinis, this is Kathy Griffin. I know this is a really weird message, but do you think there's any way you could get me 2 tickets to Celine tomorrow night and a meet and greet with her? And I went on about the auction, and $6,900 and Red Cross. Oh, and then I go, it's for the children, because that's my new thing. No matter what, it's for the children. It's all about the children. All right, so anyway, he gets off the plane and he goes, okay, what's the game plan? And I said, well, first of all, distance yourself from me as much as possible. No, because, I don't know, maybe Celine has heard some of the things I've said about her on television. You know, just funny jokes, really. Just things like that when she wears her white leather jumpsuit, she gets a yeast infection. Just funny. Or maybe she's heard me say in jest that her husband, René Angélil, has been raping her since she was 13. Oh, just dinner conversation, really. Observational humor. All right, so, you know, so he's like, well, what should I say? And I go, just say it's Kathy Lee Gifford. And so, and I'm doing a new Christian album, whatever. Okay, so he said, well, should I say that the auction was originally for her and not Kelly? And I said, no. I go, first of all, honesty is the best policy. Secondly, they could just catch me by going on eBay and seeing it, right? Just say that, you know, Kelly was only in town for one night, and that's why I chose that show. And besides, I've already seen the Celine show twice. And let me just say this. If you have not seen the Celine Dion Vegas show, tomorrow, get a plane ticket, go to Vegas. It is the biggest freak show you will ever see, ever. You know it's Cirque du Soleil. Oh yeah, it's half Cirque du Soleil, half Celine Dion. For no reason at all. And let me just say this, and I know that she stands alone. I'm the only person who feels this way. I can't stand Cirque du Soleil. I'm sorry, I can't stand it. Here's why. I don't want to see a French-Canadian clown slowly roll a beach ball across the stage for 5 minutes while saying, ay, ay, ay. What is that? Is that French? Is that a joke? Ay, ay, ay. What the Shut the what is that? Shut up with your big shoes. I don't know what that means. And all right, I guess the contortionists are cool, right? Very impressive. They're doing stuff we can't do. But for me, once you see the gay guy bend over and himself, I'm done. I'm done. All right, so it's half Cirque du Soleil, half Celine Dion for no reason. And I heard her on Oprah say that she just went to Cirque du Soleil one night, and then I turned to Renee, and I say, Renee, someday I'm to make a show like that. A show that is half magique, half musique. And she did, right? And I'm thinking, Renee, sometimes you have to say no. So, no, because it makes no sense. Like, she'll be standing there singing Titanic, right? And it's beautiful and wonderful. And for no reason, a giant styrofoam piano floats by over her head with a French-Canadian clown playing it on a harness like this. For no reason. And she doesn't look up, and he doesn't look down. It makes no sense.
If I could, I would teach you all the things I've never learned.
Oh, and then she does this other thing. And like I said, I've seen the show several times. Every single time she walks out at the beginning of the show, and it's at this huge theater in Caesars, right? Like 3,000 seats or something. It's sold out every night. Every time she walks out, she acts like she's shocked anyone showed up. Every night. single day at about 3 o'clock, she's like, you know, Renee, maybe tonight is the night they do not come. I promise I have other topics. I'm just excited. Okay, the other thing, I love the banter in a big tour. Like, if you saw the Streisand tour, she did not change one syllable. No matter what happened, like sets could be falling down, she never changed a thing. City to city, never changed. Okay, so Celine says this one thing, and I've seen it every time, and it just gets me. I don't know if you'll think this is funny, but it gets me every time. She comes out and she goes like this. Is it okay if I come and sit with you for a moment? And everybody goes, ape, including me. I'm like, yes, come sit with us. Okay, so, because I love her. Okay, so she goes and she sits down on the front of the stage and she goes like this. This next song is for all the parents in the audience and also the children. That's just everybody, right?
May I sit with you for a couple of minutes? Is that all right? May I? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, as I sit here, if I may, I would love to dedicate this next song to all the parents and children of the world.
And then she says, oh no, one of your stories. I don't know if I want to hear one of your stories. All right. So anyway, sure enough, I'm in Savannah, the middle of the night, I get a call from a woman at the Celine Dion show. She says, yes, you can have 2 tickets to tomorrow night, and Celine will meet you in the auction winner for a picture. So I'm over the moon. All right, the next day I fly to Vegas. I have lunch with the gays. I said, that's it. I scored 2 tickets. I'm in. All the boys are there. And then my gay Steve gives me the gay sigh. I go, what? And he goes, I love her. I go, I know you love her. You're gay. She's Celine Dion. And then he goes, well, can I have a ticket too? I go, oh, I'm so not pushing it. And I said, but they did say, like, I could have her sign something. Okay, so Steve and his boyfriend Kyle go to the Le Shop du Celine. Oh yeah, there's a whole Celine store at Caesars. An entire store of just Celine crap, right? So it's like the CDs and the calendars and the posters, Celine t-shirts, Celine trucker cap, everything Celine. So they come back to my hotel room with this heaping shopping bag of crap for her to sign, right? So I'm like, Steve, and he goes, huh? I'm like, okay, don't give me the sign. Fine, I'll do it. All right, so then Mike and I go to Caesars, and we go backstage. It's time for the meet and greet. And let me just say this. I've been in many, many theaters. Some are beautiful like this one. Some are holes. I have never seen anything as fancy as backstage at the Celine Dion Theater. The waiting room, right, where you wait for her, is like cover of Architectural Digest. It was so fancy, I started to sweat. So, okay, so then I decide I want to really have everything in order for when she arrives. So I take everything out of the shopping bag, one thing after another, and I line it all up on the table next to her couch. So we're waiting for her to come in. The show starts at 8:30. She comes in at 8:27. Yeah, she's not wasting time on me, right? So I'm really nervous, and I just go like this, Celine! So she puts her hand out, and she goes like this, hello, how are you? Kind of cold, right? So I just panic, and I throw my arms around her, like we're old friends. And then I start talking really fast, because I'm a wreck, and I'm going, this is Mike, and he's the auction winner, and, you know, it goes for the Red Cross, and $6,900, Celine, and it's for the children. And also, it's important that you, and I go, well, you probably know the whole backstory. And then she says, oh no, one of your stories. I don't know if I want to hear one of your stories.